Limestone County Board of Education is called to order. Notices of the meeting were properly posted and provided to those who requested direct notification. Let the record show all board members are present with the exception of Mr. Shoulders. We'll begin with a prayer followed by the pledge. Bow with me, please. Heavenly Father, we come before you tonight asking for forgiveness and guidance. Ask that the work we conduct here tonight is pleasing to you. We ask that you watch over our kids this summer and keep them safe. It's in your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That was excellent on Flag Day.
Yes.
That was really good on Flag Day.
Well, Mr. Chris,
Thank
I just want you to know that at graduation I struggled because I wanted to keep going and people paused.
People pause.
We got to
Yeah,
get it out.
We got to
countywide.
get the word out. No pause. No pause. We have an agenda before us. Do I hear a motion?
I'll offer motion we approve this agenda.
Mr. Glaze offers a motion. Do I hear a second? I'll second. Mr. Hilliard offers a second. Any discussion?
Yeah, I need to recuse myself. I'm just trying to figure out. I think it's 7F12.
7
Sherry.
F12.
That's it.
Any other discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor? Passes unanimously. We'll begin with the superintendent's report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just wanted to give an update on athletic facilities. We're really excited about the opportunities we have to better our facilities for the boys and girls who are participating at the schools. And of course, one project that we have going on is the West Limestone High School bathroom facility, and that is fashioned after what we built at Tanner some years ago. And so that will go in at West Limestone, and you can see in your plans there, you have a drawing of what it looks like at Tanner, and then of course the second drawing, which is the same facility, is smaller, but that's what it's going to look like at West Limestone High School. And so very pleased to be putting that there. I know Dr. Maples brought that up some time ago about being a need at the football field there at West Limestone. So anyway, that is progressing. Steve is here. He's taking an important call, but he can back me up on any questions that we might have. The next proposal is Clements, and I know Mr. McGill has been interested in that facility for some time.
That's an understatement.
Yeah, for some time. And so we do have a picture of that facility along with the floor plan, and so we're excited about that facility. Getting some pretty good prices in on these as well.
What's the orientation
Yes.
of this in relationship to what's there now?
You know where the dugout is, kind of to
Up the hill.
to the right,
On the third base side?
on the third base side. Yes. No, first base side. First
First
base
base
side.
side?
When you
First
walk
base side.
in.
Right. Up on the when you facing the field, like where you go down to where the baseball field.
Okay.
It's like to the right of
Okay.
that facility, and I'll clarify that with
No, that's
Steve.
fine.
But yeah.
I couldn't remember. I didn't know how we were.
That's how it was laid out, yes. So anyway, like I said, prices are coming in pretty good for those, just estimates. And so we know when we did our capital improvement plans for athletic facilities, we budgeted $1.2 million roughly. And so we should be good within our amount that we budgeted for the year. The next page, we have the baseball, softball locker rooms for East Limestone High School, and that's softball and baseball. That facility also was in need of repair. One thing we found out was the septic tank was actually under the facility there, and so it was difficult to get to over time. And so anyway, that is going to be a new facility and serve both the baseball and softball. It's about 2,480 square feet roughly, and so estimates on it, probably over 400,000 or so for that facility, but that will serve East Limestone High School well, and so we're excited about that and the possibilities. I've actually had some interest in that facility over time, making sure that we upgrade those facilities. And then we have the Ardmore High School baseball field house, and which is part of the kind of built into the dugout somewhat. And so that's about 1,300 square feet, and that's been ongoing for some time. We've talked about that, but that's on our project list as well. And so that will be good for the baseball team there at Ardmore High School as well. So those projects are moving along, and hopefully we'll get those bid as soon as possible. The good news about these projects is this came under that, they're under $500,000 each, so we were able to get them approved quickly, and we don't have to go through the state in order to get these plans approved, and so it makes it a whole lot easier. They are going to change that rule, so this will be probably the last time we get to do that, but that rule is going to be changed back to the way it was previously. So,
What's the limit?
I'm not sure what the limit's going to be at that point. So. But anyway, but at least we got these under the window.
How are we bidding these out?
Well, they'll be bid once the plans come in and they can advertise them appropriately. You know, they'll be bid at that point. Steve just got some, rough estimates on the prices to make sure we were good moving forward. But they should be projects that, local contractors should be able to bid for sure. I think he's talking about, maybe helping out with some of the HVAC work and all because of his area of expertise, but. So, good news for the system, I think. That does, yes, sir.
Ms. Hubbard? Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I gave y'all, you also received it, when you start loading, we're gonna look at April, and that's 7 months into our fiscal year, so we're 58% of the year behind us. If you look at our revenue, our local revenue, here, it's at 79%. We collect 8.2 million, but you have to remember that we've already moved 3.5 million over to the capital projects fund out of our local revenue. We've also hit the floor for our lawsuit meeting that we have, where we have to hit the floor every year, and then we keep it till the end of the year and share it with everybody, and then we get another portion of it. So I've already moved 1.3 million over to that table. And look, I told you we've moved the 3.5 million over to capital projects, and if you look at the fund balance, we still grew our fund balance by about 900,000. So we're sitting at 3.43 months of fund balance right now. See how
We should just have a dramatic pause here. So we can take all this in.
At this time of the year, yes.
Where do you think we can be on our reserve in November?
In November,
Yeah. Could we be at 4?
I think we could very well be close to 4 after we get to move that money,
Now-
after we get to reshare part of that sales tax back with us. It could
Can't
be
be in
close.
4 in November because we're moving anything above 3 at the end of September, right?
If that's what the board chooses to do this year, we will move.
We're moving everything above 3.
I just like 4. 4's got a nice round number
4
to it.
is a wonderful number. That one of the 4 should be in capital improvements in November.
You're probably right.
That will be up to the board.
Thank you very much. Any serious questions for Ms. Hubbard? Brett and I talking. Okay, we have a consent agenda before us. Do I hear a motion? Mr. McGill offers a motion. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Young seconds. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Item 7, discussion approval of personnel actions. Do I hear a motion?
All over.
Mr. Young offers a motion. Do I hear a second? I'll second. Any discussion?
I just have a question, and mainly just for public clarification. If teachers, veteran teachers want to transfer, do we have a procedure that's different for a transfer within the system than, let's say, a teacher who comes from outside the county to apply?
Right.
I don't know that everybody knows that, and maybe they do and they've forgotten, but I just felt like maybe a lot of transfers, a lot of things going on.
Right, we have a letter of intent we give out, early January, February timeframe. They can indicate they'd like to transfer, and then, of course, principals could have that list, but, of course, the principals are going to need to be willing to accept that person on their campus, as
They have
as
to
a
interview
transfer.
for the position, or is it truly just, okay, I know
They,
you,
they,
I like
they,
you? Or-
they would have to talk to the principal, and the principal would have to be willing to accept them as a transfer, for
So
sure.
it's not really a formal interview like it is if I was a new employee coming from out?
It could be a formal interview.
So each
yeah.
principal,
Yeah, because they've
Not
got to
do it.
make sure it's the right fit for their campus and make sure it's the right teacher for their campus.
okay.
Yeah, but that's the way it goes, that they would go about it.
Okay.
That letter of intent would be the best way to indicate that early on, and then when all the jobs are available, they would have that opportunity.
Do they get feedback, the teachers that have asked for a transfer?
Feedback as far as,
No one's interested, or?
well, I've had, a couple contact me, and of course, if no principal reaches out to them, they would know, but we don't get into the details.
Actually, if they don't have anybody reaching out to them, they don't know if they got the message. Does that make sense?
Possibly, but then I think principals have to be willing to, reach out to them, and if they're not reaching out to them, then they've gone on to look at someone else, and they're not accepting that person, so. But I did have one person contact me. We made sure that, principals got their information. They may have been, interviewed, I don't know at this point, but we made sure principals got their information, and they've contacted personnel as well to make sure that, if they are requesting a transfer, to make sure principals got that information.
I just think if we have employees that are very good, we don't want to lose them. 'Cause
Certainly
they don't
not.
like where they
Certainly
are
not.
working. Because there's always personality conflicts.
Right. And I don't know any principal that wouldn't be willing to take on a great teacher if they have that opportunity.
Good. Any other discussion? All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Item 8, Career Technical Center's purchase of 3-year access for CIMA for Cosmetology Digital Learning Platform, including Melody 14th edition 2023 digital textbooks from Cengage Learning at a cost of $5,208.75. Funding source is the general fund. Do I hear a motion?
I'll offer.
Mr. Glaze offers a motion. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Dr. Maples seconds. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Passes unanimously. Item 9, annual review of Cognia membership. Cognia, is that right?
Cognia.
Cognia membership for system accreditation in the amount of $19,200. Funding source is again the general fund. Do I hear a motion? Mr. Hilliard offers a motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Mr. Glaze seconds. Any discussion? All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Item 10, renewal of absence and substitute management software, ASOP, from Frontline Education at a cost of $23,589.82 for 1 year. Funding source is again the general fund. Do I hear a motion?
I'll offer motion.
Mr. McGill offers a motion. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Glaze seconds it. Any discussion? Who wants to go first?
Well, Ms. Hubbard, we're still hearing that ASOP will not communicate, or Kronos won't communicate with that. I don't know who's supposed to talk with who, but they ain't talking. And we keep renewing this, and every time we get ready to renew it, we keep asking the question, our bookkeepers are either being inefficient or being asked to do more than they should, based on the fact that we're spending $23,000 on software that should work. And so here we are again.
Here we are again.
Yes, ma'am.
With ASOP. We had ASOP. ASOP was communicating, because you have to pull the file from 2 different places. ASOP has to talk, and Kronos has to talk. And it was working, and it was doing well, and then it has dropped. It's not doing as well as we want it to now. So I've got calls back into ASOP and back to Kronos. And ASOP's telling me it's Kronos, and Kronos it's ASOP. So I'm in this training battle for us to be able to. We have got to have subcontractor So we have got to have something like ASOP. Chronos does not offer it. So I think we've got to stay with ASOP for the subfinder right now because it's working.
How long has this ASOP worked? Because
Does ASOP work? ASOP's been there for.
which one of them is not, what, you just said one of them is not working. How long?
ASOP's is not pulling, when they pull the absences over into Chronos, all the absences are not pulling like they were. Okay, this has just happened within the last week that I knew about it. So we've tried to get back on the phone and try to find out why, and I haven't got a good answer back yet.
Why can't we not vote on this tonight? Get it fixed, then vote, because I'm not gonna vote on it myself.
Then we can just hold it and just pull it, and then we will see if we can get them to talk, and then if we can't. then-
What are our other choices, though?
Yeah, that's
As
the
far
other
as
question.
As far as the subfinder, I know Chronos doesn't have a subfinder. I know Harris, Next Gen, what we use, they're working on having a timekeeping system, and it's gonna have a subfinder built into it, but they're not gonna release it until 2024. So in a perfect world, everything would be on that Next Gen platform, and everything talks to each other because it's all one platform.
What
So
does,
I'm going,
Have we checked with any other systems to see what they're doing?
I've checked, Madison County does the exact, they use the exact same way we're using it. And like Jefferson County, they use the exact, the
What
bigger
about,
systems.
what about the city, what about the
Athens
county?
doesn't have as many employees as we have.
Cater uses Kelly Services for their subs, so they use a completely different service for their subs.
They
They hire
outsource.
them, they pay them. I think the gentleman came up and spoke.
Yeah, I was
What-
gonna say, we talked to them.
what does Chronos do? You've explained what this ASOP does, but what does Chronos do?
Chronos is our timekeeping system. You clock in and out off of Chronos, in Chronos. That's how you clock in.
And I understand one vendor's saying it's the other vendor's fault, but when we stop paying somebody, somebody's coming to the table. And right now, we keep renewing these contracts, so they have no incentive to fix it. And but I don't want to put the system in a bind. I mean,
You know, if
so
we don't have a
Yeah.
subfinder, then the teachers are gonna have to go back and call their subs. Where this find a sub for a teacher.
well, I ain't voting for that.
Yeah, we don't want that.
We don't want that, you know.
I don't know what to do. I just-
We
Don't
put
want it at
all
my
leads
house.
into ASOP,
No.
and all leads pulled out of ASOP into Next Gen. But we tried to streamline it because it's supposed to go into Chronos, and it's supposed to work correctly. It's supposed to pull in there. Had pulled in there right this month.
What's the negative if we table it? Is it time sensitive?
I can get them to give us another month if we table it.
We changed, consultants changed, and it got better for a
It
while.
got better. We had
For a
Sadie,
while,
and
but
now they pull Sadie away from us. So Sadie can fix anything in Chronos I need her to fix, and she can fix the file. But when the file pulls from one to the other, then Next Gen's got to check the file and make sure it'll come in Next Gen into my payroll processing software. So I've got three softwares trying to talk to each other.
Who's Sadie?
Sadie is with Chronos.
So there is a physical person who can fix this, and they won't. And you want me to spend $23,000 on this?
That's the other group. Okay, Sadie's with Chronos.
She's a Chronos, not ASOP.
She's the Chronos lady, so you're gonna have to, we've been wrapping the audit up this week, so you're gonna have to let me have time to get back on the phone.
When do we renew Chronos?
Chronos doesn't renew, I don't think, for a couple of months, so I've got a little time. But now to not renew Chronos and to get another timekeeping system in place and get it built, I mean, it takes months to make that happen. That's not just a flip of the switch. And we thought we had it. So just let me get them on the phone tomorrow.
How many years have we thought we had it? And we keep, like Brett said, we keep renewing this, both these two. As long as we keep renewing it, they're not gonna do anything. There's 130-something school systems in this state. I'm sure somebody's got one that works.
I will make phone calls to them.
So we're gonna table this, we're gonna,
Yeah, table it till,
what's our procedure? Ms. Sherry, we gotta pull it.
okay, all right, I'll amend the motion just to table this till Ms. Hubbard can report back with some different news, if you can. If not, then we'll figure something out.
Do I need another second?
I'll say.
I'll second it.
Did you second the first time? Mr. Glaze, second? So we're now gonna vote on whether we're tabling it or not. All those in favor? Passes unanimously.
Sorry, Ms. Hubbard.
Item 11, OSR Pre-K Auxiliary Evaluation Form for the 2022-2023 school year. Do I hear a motion? I'll offer a motion. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Mr. McGill seconds. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Passes unanimously. Item 12, renewal of Follett Destiny Resource Manager licenses at a cost of $11,075.88 from Follett School Solutions. Funding source is once again general fund. Do I hear a motion?
I'll offer.
Mr. Glaze offers a motion. Do I hear a second? Mr. Hilliard seconds. Any discussion?
What is this?
Okay, tell us what this does for our kids.
This is I'm trying to think, the library system, basically.
The inventory library books and Follett, and Destiny also, does the inventory, tracks all the devices that we have.
The computers?
Computers, yes, and all got scan tags on them so we can inventory them.
But Follett's part of the library system, basically.
Right.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Passes unanimously. Item 13, renewal of North Central Alabama Child Nutrition Program Joint Cooperative Agreement. No cost to Limestone County Board of Education. Do I hear a motion?
I offer.
Dr. Maples offers a motion. Do I hear a second? We are low-key tonight, guys. Let's go. Mr. Glaze offers a second. Any discussion?
This is where we can buy stuff
As a cooperative, yeah.
Yes.
And some of it's
Cooperative.
like been pre-bid, so you don't have to bid things.
Any
And
other-
we joined another one too that we paid for, but that was to be able to get more supplies and materials, so I think that's good.
This is different than the cooperative she was describing today at the
Yes, this is
exit
this
conference,
is
right?
totally different.
This is that was some list of cooperatives we could join.
Cooperatives that, yes, that are on the ALJP and on the Alabama Corporate Examiner's website.
Okay. Any other discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Ready?
Passes unanimously. Item 14, memorandum of agreement between Limestone County Board of Education and Community Action Partnership of North Alabama.
I offer.
Dr. Maples offers a motion. Do I hear a second?
I'll say it.
Mr. Young seconds. Do I hear any discussion?
What is the community action? Who is this? What exactly do they do?
Just a group that runs the Head Start program, basically.
Any other discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Item 15. Did you need something? Did you wave at me? I'm sorry. Renewal of contract with Community Action Partnership of North Alabama for Child Nutrition Program to provide meals for Head Start program. Funding source, CMP funds. Do I hear a motion?
I'll offer a motion.
Mr. McGill offers a motion. Do I hear a second? Dr. Maples offers a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Item 16, 2022-2023 Student Handbook. Do I hear a motion?
I'll offer.
Mr. Glaze offers a motion. Do I hear a second? I'll offer a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor? Passes unanimously. I don't want to be chairman anymore. Purchase of 4,680 Go Guardian admin annual licenses to provide internet content filtering on Chromebooks for students in grades 6 through 12 at a cost of $26,863.20 from CDW Government. Funding source, ARP. ESSER.
Yes.
Do I hear a motion?
I'll offer a motion.
Mr. Young, did you attend tonight? Mr. McGill offer a motion. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Hilliard seconds. Any discussion?
I have a question. What are we currently using, or is this a renewal?
It's a renewal.
Okay.
Yeah, it does a really good job of making sure they're not going to sites that are inappropriate on their computers, so it alerts us if they are, so we can take disciplinary measures if they are.
I don't know how many are tonight, but a lot of what we're voting on are
Renewals.
renewals. I really think we could handle that in line item at the top of the page and not discuss each one individually.
That'd be a board chairman issue.
While
I
we
think.
could still pull one out if we needed to, such as ASOP and Kronos. I'll-
Spending funds, I don't think you do
Yep.
I think you can. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it in July. All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Item 18, April 2022 Bank Reconciliation and Financials.
I offer.
Dr. Maples offers a motion.
John.
Do I hear a second?
Sure.
Mr. McGill offers a second with enthusiasm. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Item 19, discussion approval, additional football assistance.
I'll offer.
Mr. Young
Comes to the party.
offers a motion. Do I hear a second? I'll second it. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. all
I just want a point of clarification.
Yes.
Just briefly, just
the
because I
point
think,
of order, but go ahead.
just clarify what that means. We're just adding one. But
Exactly.
there's still the formula we're using to determine who gets it. Not every school gets it based on enrollment,
They have
size
to
of the
earn
team.
that by certain criteria,
Okay,
that's correct.
That's all I want to talk about. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, Mr. Chris. Thank you.
Hey, I'm good. I'm good. Any other discussion? All those in favor? Passes unanimously.
No?
Oh,
No, I'm sorry. All those in favor? I can't tell. Y'all are barely raising your hands up, up here. Okay. All those opposed? Dr. Maples was opposed. The rest are in favor. Item 20, discussion approval of 5-year contract between Limestone County Board of Education and Soft Docs SC LLC in the amount of $106,518.73 for eTrieve. Is that right?
E-Tree.
eTrieve to provide new employee onboarding platform and data storage for Human Resources Department. That's a long one.
Yeah.
Do I hear a motion? Mr. Glaze offers a motion. Do I hear a second? Mr. Hilliard offers a second. We're now going to ask Mr. Tribble for discussion.
So we currently use soft docs right now for all of our records. Anything that we do board action gets scanned into an employee's file, digital file. So this is the component, when we hire people, it automatically imports their new employee documentation into the system versus us having to scan piece by piece by piece into the soft doc system. So it's an automatic platform where when we hire these new people tonight, they'll get an email from us and they'll be able to do all their onboarding through that email system and not have to come in to actually see us. And it communicates with what we currently use as far as soft docs. That's where our employees.
So who was inputting that information?
Well, Gina Scripture does it, our secretary, Nathan Fogg does it.
So that's gonna eliminate a lot.
It's gonna eliminate a lot of individual work for a lot of people. Plus, it makes it easier for the new employee because they can go on and we can shoot them an email link and then they get on it and then they can fill out everything they need to fill out there. And then it automatically goes into their storage, flawlessly because we're already currently using that system as our data storage right now. So it's a seamless transition.
so are we shrinking the HR department now? We're losing
No,
the
we're not doing
personnel?
that. You've seen the agenda lately, right?
Well, I mean,
It's been
that
a lot of HR
kinda makes
stuff.
sense.
Yeah.
But it will eliminate some mistakes that we're making and things of that nature, I think, because the employee will be responsible for inputting their information into that.
Okay.
So Soft Docs is gonna put it in another storage.
So no, ma'am. eTrieve and SoftDocs are the same company. So we use SoftDocs currently as our record storage management system. eTrieve is their component, is their onboarding platform. So they communicate, unlike Kronos and the other two, because they're two different manufacturers. This is made to intertwine. They're the same company that does the onboarding system. So they talk to each other.
I'm just thinking it should have been automatic from the get-go. They should have done that.
Well, they would have if we'd have paid for it. It's been available, but it does cost money. And part of what we've seen with our surveys is that staff don't like the onboarding process, and principals don't like the onboarding process. So this is hopefully going to make things a little more seamless
And is this per year, or is this
It's
total?
5 years.
5
broken
years.
down into
So-
a 5 year, so it's about 20,000 per year, which is pretty standard across what and they're on the bid list too. So it's pretty standard for what you can find anywhere. But the reason we like it is because we're already using their state storage records management component, so it'll integrate them well.
And this is a case where we tried another program that did not work, and so we had to go to this program because they do mesh together, so.
We ran into the same problem we ran into
Right.
that you're running with Kronos. We thought it would mesh, but it wouldn't. But this component will because it's their same product.
Okay, all right, I'm good.
For support people that do not have computers.
Right. They'll just need to come in and see us at the central office and we can set up. We help, our people will sit down with them on a computer and help them work with it.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Passes unanimously. Item 21, 2022-2023 LCS salary schedule.
I'll offer.
Mr. Young offers the motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Mr. Glaze seconds. Any discussion?
Yeah, I'd just like to mention a couple things about the salary schedule, if I could. The good news for everyone on the salary schedule is 6% raise. The state, of course, guaranteed a 4%, but this is going to give a 6% to everyone that's not on the teacher salary schedule, basically, okay? And then with the teacher salary schedule, we're adopting the state's teacher salary schedule, and then we're putting an additional supplement on top of that, okay? So teachers 0 to 10 years experience will get a $2,500 supplement on top of the state salary schedule amount. 11 to 25 will get a $4,500. 11 to 25 years experience will get a $4,500 supplement, and 26 to 35 years will get a $5,000 supplement. And so where the state was paying on 27 years experience, the state's now paying on 35 years experience. And so this is something, what's really great about this is where the state was only going to give about 4% for those beginning teachers. It is going to now increase that because of the local supplement that Limestone County Board of Education is going to be able to provide for them. And so those supplements really are tied directly to what Limestone County Board of Education is doing for anyone that's on the teacher salary schedule. So really good news there, and I think good news that you're able to provide 2% above what the state as far as a 4% increase.
Thank you.
And that money comes out of local funds, right?
Well, there's a lot of there's a lot of money that we earn, of course, with the foundation, that goes to different areas, and so even though it's not specifically designated for salaries, there's a lot in that budget that you can use for salaries, and so we're in really good shape just looking at the foundation funding as far as funding these increases.
So not all of that increase will come out of local
No.
units? Which is, we may increase
Like
some
I was
local
saying,
units, but not.
the state,
Good.
budget increased, as we know, a great deal this year,
Okay.
and so thankfully we can cover a lot with what's in the state budget.
Okay, good.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Passes unanimously. Item 22.
Do a few
You want to
announce
slide
people.
down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just want to congratulate Matt Scott, the new principal at East Limestone High School. Congratulations. Very proud of you and ready to get started there, I know, and you can hit the ground running as soon as possible, and I know you will. We also have Coach Woodfin, right? And he's going to be the new head football coach at East Limestone as well. So congratulations. Glad to have you here tonight. And then we have Coach, is it Bunio? Coach Bunio. So glad to have you, Elkmont High School, be the new football coach there. So congratulations on that, gentlemen. Look forward to the fall. It'll be here before you know it, won't it? So I know you have a lot of work to do, and you're ready to get started. And then we also have Layla Moore with us, who is kind of covering for Michelle as far as running the equipment tonight. and she's one of our career tech students, and so we're very proud of her. And I understand she does a good job on websites as well, Mr. Chris, right?
State champion website maker, as I believe it should be said.
Great, great. So thank you for helping us out tonight as well. But congratulations and thank everyone.
Item 22, adjournment.
Got off?
Second.
Mr. Young offered, Dr. Maple second. All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Thank you, everybody.
Is this-